नमो 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 श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो नमो प्रभु राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये प्रभु कृपा हि केवलं शरण्ये प्रभु कृपा हि केवलं शरण्ये प्रभु राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये शरणागतोऽहं शरण्ये शरणागतोऽहं शरण्ये प्रभु राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये नमो श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो 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 श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो श्री गुरवे नमो नमः प्रभु राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये राम कृष्ण राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये प्रभु राम कृष्ण शरणं राम कृष्ण शरणं
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to the chairman of Divine Bliss Foundation, Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal, Padma Shri Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, Venerable Buddhananda Vikhu, Dr. S.P. Singh, Dr. Vivekananda Chakraborty, Dr. Azaz Ahmed, and last but not the least, to all the participants present here. I am Preeti Sharma and your host for today to conduct this international webinar on the occasion of Swami Vivekananda's birthday, also popularly known as National Youth Day, organized by Divine Bliss Foundation in association with PRAGYAN Foundation. When we had put forth the idea of conducting a webinar on the topic role of spirituality in the holistic development of youth, we got huge responses and appreciations from ministers, governors, commissioners, and judges of India, which gave us the encouragement to organize this webinar for you all. I am pleased to share a few of them with you all. I hope you all can see my screen.
Yes.
We have received the letter from Honorable Vice President of India encouraging us, supporting us to organize this webinar for you all. High Commissioner of Republic of Fiji, who is also stating that that I belong to the country where Swami Vivekananda's teachings and principles are revered and observed by many. We have received letter from the Governor of Madhya Pradesh, Manu Bhai Patel, who is encouraging us to conduct this webinar for you all. He has sent us the wishes. All right, let's begin with today's program. I would like to call Venerable Buddhananda Vikhu, Chief Abbot Dhamma Jyoti Buddha Vihar, to bless us and invocate today's program. Over to you, sir.
My name is Buddhananda Bhikkhu, Chief Abbot Dhamma Jyoti Buddha Vihar, Alipur Road, Chatla, Kolkata, 727. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. আমি সেই অরহৎ সম্মুখ সম্বুদ্ধকে বন্দনা জানিয়ে আজকে শুভ স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের 159তম জন্মদিনে ওনাকে আমার জন্মান্তরের সন্ন্যাস জীবনে যে পুণ্য রাশি বা পুণ্য সম্পদ সঞ্চয় করেছি সেটা দান করতেছি। এই পুণ্য রাশির প্রভাবে স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ যেন নির্বাণ লাভ হয়, শেষে আমার সমস্ত পুণ্য রাশি ওনাকে দান করতেছি। তারপর আমার এই সন্ন্যাস জীবনের পুণ্য রাশি দান করতেছি যার অনুপ্রেরণায়, যার সাহায্যে আজকে আমি এই ভার্চুয়াল মিটিং এ সবার সামনে ধর্মদান করার জন্য সুযোগ করে দিয়েছেন শ্রদ্ধেয় স্যার ডক্টর সুরেশ কুমার আগরওয়ালকে আমার জন্মান্তরের সঞ্চিত পুণ্য রাশি অন্তঃস্থলে দান করতেছি। এই পুণ্য রাশির প্রভাবে স্যার নিরোগ দীর্ঘায়ু, ওনাদের উত্তরোত্তর শ্রীবৃদ্ধি হয়, ভগবান বৌদ্ধ যেন ওনার সকল মনোবাসনা পূর্ণ করে উনি যেন এই পুণ্য রাশির প্রভাবে নির্বাণ বা মুক্তি লাভ করতে পারে, শেষ আমার সমস্ত পুণ্য রাশি দান করতেছি। আমার এখন মন্ত্রপাঠ শুরু করতেছি। মন্ত্রপাঠ শুরু করার আগে শুধু বুদ্ধের একটাই বাণী বলতে হচ্ছে, সাব্বে সত্তা সুখিতা ভবন্তু, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক। নমো তাস্সা ভগবতো অরহতো সাম্মা সম্বুদ্ধস্সা। নমো তাস্সা ভগবতো অরহতো সাম্মা সম্বুদ্ধস্সা। নমো তাস্সা ভগবতো অরহতো সাম্মা সম্বুদ্ধস্সা। বুদ্ধং শরণং গচ্ছামি, ধম্মং শরণং গচ্ছামি, সংঘং শরণং গচ্ছামি, দ্বিতীয়ম্পি বুদ্ধং শরণং গচ্ছামি, দ্বিতীয়ম্পি ধম্মং শরণং গচ্ছামি, দ্বিতীয়ম্পি সংঘং শরণং গচ্ছামি, তৃতীয়ম্পি বুদ্ধং শরণং গচ্ছামি, তৃতীয়ম্পি ধম্মং শরণং গচ্ছামি, তৃতীয়ম্পি সংঘং শরণং গচ্ছামি। বুদ্ধং শরণং গচ্ছামি, আমি জ্ঞানের শরণ নিলাম। ধর্মং শরণং গচ্ছামি, আমি সত্যের শরণ নিলাম। সংঘং শরণং গচ্ছামি, আমি ঐক্যের শরণ নিলাম। এখন আমি মঙ্গল সূত্র পান করতেছি সবার মঙ্গলার্থে, সবার কল্যাণার্থে, কল্যাণ উপকারার্থে। আমি বুদ্ধের 38 প্রকার যে মঙ্গল আছে সে মঙ্গল বাণী সবার উদ্দেশ্যে। ভবতু সব্ব মঙ্গলং রাক্ষান্তু সব্ব দেবতা সব্ব বুদ্ধানুভাবেনা সদা সত্যি ভবন্তু তে। ভবতু সব্ব মঙ্গলং রাক্ষান্তু সব্ব দেবতা সব্ব ধম্মানুভাবেনা সদা সত্যি ভবন্তু তে। ভবতু সব্ব মঙ্গলং রাক্ষান্তু সব্ব দেবতা সব্ব সংঘানুভাবেনা সদা সত্যি ভবন্তু তে। এথেন চচ্চবাজ্যেন শুদ্ধিতে তো সর্বদা। এতেন চচ্চবাজ্যেন সব্ব দুঃখ সব্ব রোগ সব্ব ভয় সব্ব অন্তরে সব্ব বোধ বিনাশত। এতেন চচ্চবাজ্যেন ওতু তে জয় মঙ্গল। সব্যে সত্তা সুখিতা হন্ত, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক। অহিংসা পরম ধর্ম, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক।
হ্যাঁ, আমি বন্ধ আছে। সেটা নিয়ে বসো। সেটা নিয়ে ভয় না পাশে।
Thank you, sir. I hope this gave a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the participants to continue our program. Moving on, I would like to hand over the mic to Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal, President of Divine Bliss Foundation. Over to you, sir. Sir, we are not able to hear you. If you could please unmute yourself.
Is it all right?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay. At the very outset, I would like to offer my pranam to all the speakers and namaskar to all the participants who are participating from all over the country and a few people from abroad too. Today is the 159th birthday anniversary of our great hero of India, SWAMI VIVEKANANDA. I would like to say only a few words because we have to listen so many speakers today, their opinions and all. We are all aware of Swami Vivekananda's contribution to the world. In very short, I can say that if you want to study, if you want to know India, you have to study Vivekananda. If you study only Vivekananda, you will come to know about the whole of India and India's traditions, India's culture, India's civilization. Everything is covered by Swami Vivekananda. Today's topic is relevance of Swami Vivekananda's teachings, especially spiritual teachings for the development or rather holistic development of our youths of India. As you all know that 65% of our population of India, 65% of population of India are comprising of youths. And that is why India is also known as youngest nation in the world. So far as the education is concerned, yes, we are developing so much. So far as the physical development, mental development, intellectual development or social development is concerned, we are really, really proud of our all youths. But so far as the spiritual development is concerned, we are lacking long behind. And Swami Vivekananda used to say that if India has to grow, if our youths have to develop, if our youths have to be immortal, we have to give importance to the spiritual education as well. So our topic today is the spiritual role of Swami Vivekananda's education for the holistic development of our youths. And on this topic, our various speakers will enlighten us today with their ideas and opinions. They will share their opinions with all of us. With these few words, once again, I welcome you all and thank you all at the same time for joining us today. And with these words, I conclude here and once again hand it over to the host of this webinar. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words. Carrying forward the program, Up next, I would like to request Padma Shri Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah to speak a few words. Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah has over 43 years of experience as a practicing doctor in dentistry and dental public. He is a Padma Shri awardee, Government of India, for his philanthropic activities. If you could please take over, sir. Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, if you could please take over.
नहीं बताया है बहुत ज्यादा।
Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah is not able to connect to us due to some problem. So let's continue. Up next, I would request our chief guest, Dr. SP Singh, former Vice Chancellor, Ara University, to take over the mic. Dr. SP Singh, are you there?
Yes, I'm very much here. Hello,
Okay.
do you hear
Welcome,
me?
sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon. Respected Dr. S.K. Agarwal ji, who is engaged in constant pursuit of excellence in teaching and learning of yoga, Vedanta, spirituality, and holistic health. I see so many important persons there. Swamiji is there. So many young participants are there. I welcome each and everyone. The birth anniversary of International Guru Swami Vivekananda is being celebrated all over the world. The Divine Bliss Foundation and PRAGYAN Foundation is also engaged in organizing several programs to commemorate the anniversary. The main purpose of this webinar is to spread the message of Swamiji on the role of spirituality in the holistic development of youth. I take a humble privilege to make a short deliberation. As our chairman, Professor Dr. S.K. Agarwal has said, that this is the country, our country is the country of youth. But friends, at least 20% of young people experience some form of mental illness, such as depressions, mood disturbances, substance abuse, suicidal behavior, health, and employment problems. Therefore, this topic is very, very important and very relevant also. To the youth of the country, Swami Vivekananda has said that if you think weak, you will be weak. If you think yourself strong, you will be strong. He fostered new enthusiasm for development among the youth. And that is why the whole country is celebrating his birth anniversary as National Youth Day today, 12th January. He motivated the youth to be strong in body, mind, and soul, which is the concept of the holistic health. He advised the youth to be fearless and proud, being truthful, reasonable, and knowledgeable. He said that you have marched to road to progress and prosperity. Swamiji stressed on the holistic education for the youth. His scheme of education meticulously included all those studies which are necessary for the all-round development of the body, mind, and soul of an individual. Swamiji had said, education also means imparting ethical idealism, inculcating ethical idealism through value education among our youth is of paramount importance to keep the Indian society away from going astray like many other nations. Friends, the spirituality on which we are talking today, the spirituality comes from inside. It is a kind of inner force that mobilizes the dimensions of the human being. The spirituality recognizes that your life has a greater value than what you do every day. It can relieve you from dependence on material things and help you to understand that your life has a greater purpose. In fact, values are the core of the spirituality. Swami Vivekananda had said that the purpose of spiritual development is the pursuit of true worship within imperfection and offering God all of ourselves through our work. He has said to the youth, spirituality can help you refine your thought, get better social company, give you a purpose in life, a purpose higher, taller, and deeper than yourself. It will help serve your personal needs and the mental satisfaction. He has once said that they only live who live for others. It is a privilege to serve mankind. And that is why, friends, nowadays, Bill Gates is returning money to the society through so many charity foundation, and so Ajimji, Premji, and many other persons. Friends, Swamiji had stressed that the youth should be so developed to make India a role model for other nations. He preached for holistic development of youth and advocated that service to humanity is service to God. He advised the youth to become a true human. He dwelt on the capabilities of the youth. He said, you have to train yourself to serve humanity. You have muscle of iron and nerves of steel. The quote of Swamiji is very famous: arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Friends, Swamiji will be remembered as a great motivator and inspirer, youth icon to the youth. And Swamiji had said once that he has said to the youth that take risk in your life, If you win, you can lead. And if you lose, you can guide. So friends, in the end, my salute to this great personality, to this great sannyasi, and this great international guru. And in the last, I have to say, तुम गए तुम्हारी याद हमारे दिल में है, तुम गए तुम्हारी याद हमारे दिल में है, सम्मा बुझ गई रोशनी मगर महफिल में है. Or, and in the end, also to the young persons who are participating in this important webinar, अपने हौसलों को बुलंद करते रहिए, अपने हौसलों को बुलंद करते रहिए. जिंदगी मंजिल नहीं है, सफर है, चलते रहिए. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your immense knowledge and experience with our participants.
Thank you very much.
Next, I would request Dr. Vivekananda Chakraborty to take over. He is our main guest for this program. He has been recipient of National Award 2015, Government of India, and Shiksha Ratna Award 2021, Government of West Bengal. If you could please take over, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Divine Bliss Foundation, in association with PRAGYAN Foundation, had organized an international webinar on the occasion of the 160th birthday of SWAMI VIVEKANANDA, and this day has been declared as the National Youth Day by Government of India. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal, Honorable Chairman of Divine Bliss Foundation. My deep respect goes to all the dignitaries present, and my best wishes to all the participants in this international webinar today. The theme of this webinar is Role of Spirituality in the Holistic Health of Youth. Spirituality relates to spirit. The spirit is the very essence of the soul. So, we cannot avoid spirituality since we have our existence with our souls. Holistic development is the development of body, mind, and spirit. There is a deep relation between spirituality and the holistic health of human being. Spirituality involves the recognition of a feeling, a sense or belief that there is something greater than myself, something more to being human than sensory experience, and the greater whole of which we are part is cosmic or divine in nature. Spirituality means knowing that our lives have significance in a context beyond a mundane everyday existence, at the level of biological needs that drive selfishness and aggression. It means knowing that we are a significant part of a purposeful unfolding of life in our universe. Holistic health is actually an approach to life, rather than focusing on illness, on specific part of our body. This ancient approach to health considers the whole person and how he or she interacts with his or her environment. It emphasizes the connection of mind, body, and soul. Anecdotal, quantitative, and qualitative evidence all point to a positive relationship between spirituality and mental health in relation to a number of mental health problems. Holistic health largely depends on mental health. I will focus light on how spirituality is salubrious to mental health. Depression is the most common mental health problem nowadays and has been the focus of much of the research exploring the relationship between spirituality and mental health. The research shows that belief in transcendent being is associated with reduced depressive symptoms. Similar research has examined the relationship between spirituality and anxiety or stress. Quantitative research demonstrates reduced levels of anxiety in a number of populations, including medical patients in later life, women with breast cancer, middle-aged people with cardiac problems, and those recovering from spinal surgery. Qualitative research also demonstrates that yoga and meditation are also associated with improvement in mental health and reduction in anxiety. There is an emerging literature examining the association between spirituality and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. One review found 11 studies that reported links between religion, spirituality, and trauma-based mental health problems. A review of these 11 studies produced 3 main findings. First, these studies show that religion and spirituality are usually, although not always, beneficial to people in dealing with the aftermath of trauma. Second, they show that traumatic experiences can lead to a deepening of religion or spirituality. Third, that positive religious coping, religious openness, readiness to face existential questions, religious participation, and intrinsic religiousness are typically associated with improved post-traumatic recovery. Similarly, the evidence exploring spirituality with schizophrenia is also relatively scarce. However, one review of the literature concluded that religion plays a central role in the processes of reconstructing a sense of self and recovery. Another found that for individuals who share the same religious values and their family, religiosity and the cohesive and supporting factor. Others have found that people with a diagnosis of schizophrenia find hope, meaning, and comfort in spiritual beliefs and practices. That means diseases like schizophrenia can also be recovered, can also be cured if regular spiritual practices are made. Not all research exploring the association of spiritual or religious activity and anxiety shows a beneficial effect of the former on the latter. Rather, it seems to depend to some extent on the way in which spirituality is expressed. For example, increased mental health problems are often found amongst those with a strict religious upbringing. Some also find that their religious or spiritual beliefs are not understood or explored within mental health services. For many, clinicians either ignore an individual's spiritual life completely or treat their spiritual experiences as nothing more than manifestation of psychopathology. Some of the research exploring the association between spirituality and mental health attempts to understand the mechanisms through which potential benefits may occur. Similarly, perceiving negative events as externally caused and positive events as internally caused is widely regarded as an optimistic attributional style and is generally associated with better mental health. One review of the literature had suggested that religious beliefs may allow a person to reframe or reinterpret events that are seen as uncontrollable in such a way as to make them less stressful or more meaningful. Some researchers have argued that certain expressions or elements of spirituality may positively affect various physiological mechanisms involved in health. Emotions encouraged in many spiritual traditions, including hope, contentment, love, forgiveness, may serve the individual by affecting the neural pathway that connect to the endocrine or immune system. Spirituality in SWAMI VIVEKANANDA is actually that aspect of man which relates to its potentialities. Everything higher is actually everything higher and finer that a man can be in future if he strives. Vivekananda compares man to be the lion. Vivekananda compares man to be the lion who, because of his upbringing among sheep, after the death of its mother, forgot that it is a lion and behaves like a sheep only. Only then it realizes its true self of lion when another lion comes forward and show it its reflection in water. To mankind, Vivekananda coaxed, you are lions. You are pure, infinite, and perfect. The might of the universe is within you. This making of evolved is the way to self-realization. Since this is inherent in man, man is always struggling to achieve, yet unknown. But it could be asked at this juncture, what might this self-realization constitute of? This question may be asked, what this self-realization is constituted of? The lion in the story realized its lionness in its self-realization. What should man realize? Swamiji here answers that man's self-realization constitutes of realizing the divinity in him. All man is potentially divine, Swamiji said. All man is potentially divine. So realization of divinity in ourselves is the self-realization. That equation with the ultimate reality, Brahman in spirit. Vivekananda emphatically answers in positive and says that the freedom is inherent core of Atman. Man is essentially free. Only he does not know it. As the lion cub did not know about its true self of being a lion. We are free. The work is to know. We must give up all slavery. The idea of freedom is the only true idea of salvation. Freedom from everything, the senses, whether of pleasure or pain, from good as well as evil. It is to be borne in mind as ever that Vivekananda is not asking about giving up all work, become a do-nothing sannyasi, and renounce the world. Some might interpret this call for freedom from everything as encouragement to renunciation, like hermits do. Vivekananda did not tell about this renunciation. Vivekananda's call is not to give up work, but to do work in a more detached fashion, so that pain or pleasure of sense does not bind man to its fruits. His call is to do what Srimad Bhagavad Gita called Niskama Karma, doing things in a detached way. The idea of attachment through detachment. Niskama Karma. The moment we get detached, we perform work without thinking about its pleasurable or painful consequences. Our whole energy and mind is fixed up in doing work only. Like Gita, then Vivekananda's philosophy is full of activism and not of renunciation. In the same lecture, he again asserts, you are the soul, free and eternal, ever free, ever blessed. Have faith enough, and you will be free in a minute. Everything in time, space, and causation is bound, but not the soul. Now I can conclude my speech with this assertion. That spirituality is essentially important to every human being. And spirituality has a pivotal role to play in making the holistic health of each and every individual. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. That was very informative for all the participants. Meanwhile, Dr. Suresh Kumar Agarwal wants to share something with us. Sir, if you could please share.
Hello, can you listen me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I would like to vote my personal thanks to Dr. S.P. Singh, who is known to me for the last, I think, more than 30 years. We are working together in the field of education. And it's very nice to see him today again after the corona, this pandemic time. I hope you are doing very well and you are healthy and hearty. How are you, sir? Thank you.
I am very fine. Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm hale
Thank
and
you.
hearty.
Nice to see you again here.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to also propose a vote of thanks to Dr. Vivekananda Chakravarti. आप देखिए कितनी अच्छी बात है कि आज डॉक्टर विवेकानंद का जन्मदिन मना रहे हैं हम लोग और हम लोगों के बीच में साक्षात एक विवेकानंद प्रेजेंट हैं. He has rightly pointed out that spirituality is very much essential. Definitely, we are all born humans, and to be human we have to be spiritual. So from human to being human, we have to be spiritual. Rightly pointed out. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Vivekananda Chakravarti as well. Now, I think Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah is amongst us. He has already arrived. Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, are you here? Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, Padma Shri Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah. He is associated with our organization since 1996. And we are very glad to have him today. Once again, I think a few moments ago I saw him here, but once again I think there is a connectivity problem. He is from Sangli, Maharashtra. Maybe after some time we will hear again. May I now request Preeti to continue the process? Yes, Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah is here. Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah. Namaste. Please, we are very eager to hear you now. The mic is yours now, please.
Sir, kindly unmute. Kindly unmute, sir.
Phone
Devmar sir, kindly unmute.
हेलो, हाँ आवाज आ रही?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Welcome, sir.
आज मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि सुरेश अग्रवाल जी से मेरा परिचय 95 से है. जब मैं कलकत्ता में आया था मदर टेरेसा के साथ, उन्होंने मेरा सम्मान किया था. मैंने last more than nearly 60 years I'm in social work, and I got inspiration from Swami Vivekananda. I had been to his at Vivekananda Smarak at Kanyakumari, and I am very pleased that the Bengali people, they are the people who are given to the India spirituality and independence. We are very proud of Bengali people. It is my sincere request that younger generation has forgotten the Swami Vivekananda. What he has told, the विश्व एक ही है और सब भाई भाई है. हम सही भाई भाई है, मगर सही मायने में हम, मेरे ख्याल से हम थोड़े दूर हो गए. तो स्वामी विवेकानंद जी जो कहा था कि वो आज भी हमको जरूरत है, और देश के विकास के लिए उनके जो विचार है वो स्वयं काम करना, दूसरों को मदद करना, इसके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. मेरे ख्याल से हमारा यंगर जनरेशन है वो एक अच्छा इंसान बने, फिजिकली, मेंटली और व्यसन मुक्त रहे, ये मेरी आशा है. और मेरे ख्याल से आज जो कार्यक्रम हो रहा है स्वामी विवेकानंद जयंती पर, उसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ और मैं आपको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय सुभाष, जय विवेकानंद।
धन्यवाद सर। Up next, I would like to invite our special guest, Dr. Azaz Ahmed, General Secretary, Satyagraha Research Foundation, to speak a few words on today's topic.
सबको ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। आज स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के 160वें जन्म दिवस पे डिवाइन ब्लिस फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक हमारे माननीय बड़े भाई सुरेश कुमार अग्रवाल जी के द्वारा राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस के रूप अवसर पे अंतर्राष्ट्रीय वेबिनार का आयोजन किया जा रहा है। बापू की कर्मभूमि पश्चिम चंपारण की धरती से आए हुए हमारे सभी मेहमानों को मैं कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करता हूं। साथ ही देश दुनिया से जुड़े हुए हमारे जो भी अभिभावक हैं, बंधु हैं, मित्रगण हैं और जो भी छात्र अभी जुड़े हुए हैं, सबको हमारी ढेर सारी राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस के अवसर पे शुभकामनाएं। आज ही के दिन 160 वर्ष पूर्व 1863 ईस्वी को भारत के महान विभूति विवेकानंद जी का जन्म हुआ था। लगभग 39 वर्ष की अल्पायु में उन्होंने जो मानवता का संदेश और हमारे राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन के लिए, स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन के लिए, विशेष रूप से हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों के लिए प्रेरणा का जो काम किया, जिससे लगभग 50 वर्षों के अंदर ही भारत अंग्रेजों की दासता से आजाद हो गया। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने देश के प्रति शिकागो में दिए गए अपने धर्म संसद संबोधन में सभी को साथ मिलकर और देश को और पूरे विश्व को एक कुटुंब की रूप में प्रस्तुत करते हुए जो हमारी भारतवर्ष की हजारों बरस की जो परंपरा थी उससे अवगत कराया। आज भारत अपनी स्वाधीनता की 75वीं वर्षगांठ मना रहा है। इस अवसर पर हम सभी को ये संकल्प लेने की आवश्यकता है कि स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने जो संदेश हमें दिया, मानवता का संदेश जो दिया, बंधुत्व का संदेश दिया, राष्ट्रीय एकता और अखंडता का जो संदेश दिया, उसे हम जन जन तक पहुंचाएं और एक संकल्प लें कि हम सब मिलकर देश को वो मुकाम देंगे जिसका सपना हमारे पुरखों ने, हमारे स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने देखा था। राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन में महात्मा गांधी, सुभाष चंद्र बोस और रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर जैसे महान विभूतियों ने भी स्वामी विवेकानंद से प्रभावित होकर भारत को नई दिशा प्रदान की है। मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, 1901 में जब कांग्रेस की अधिवेशन कलकत्ता में होनी थी, उसी वक्त महात्मा गांधी कलकत्ता पहुंचे हुए थे और उन्हें पता चला कि स्वामी विवेकानंद जी कलकत्ते में हैं, तो पैदल ही वो मठ की तरफ निकल गए। लेकिन पता ये चला कि स्वामी विवेकानंद जी अस्वस्थ हैं, इसे मिल नहीं रहे हैं, तो पुनः जो है उन्हें वापस आना पड़ा। लेकिन उनके मिलने की इच्छा थी। लेकिन 1902 में 39 वर्ष की आयु में हमारे जो है महान संत स्वामी विवेकानंद जी हमें मार्ग छोड़ देकर और इस धरती से विदा हो जाते हैं। लेकिन एक समय आता है 30 जनवरी 1921 को महात्मा गांधी उसी आश्रम में पहुंचते हैं और फिर वो आश्रम में पहुंचते ही जो है वो जाते हैं और कहते हैं कि हमने जो है अध्ययन किया इन वर्षों में स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के बारे में, उनके विचारों के बारे में और उन्होंने जो संदेश दिया उसके बारे में। तो हमें आज ऐसा अनुभव हो रहा है कि हम उनसे साक्षात मिल रहे हैं। बाल गंगाधर तिलक और सुभाष चंद्र बोस जैसे विभूतियों ने स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के मार्गदर्शनों से देश को आगे बढ़ाया है और राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन को नई दिशा प्रदान की है। वर्तमान समय में मैं आग्रह करता हूं पूरे भारतवर्ष के युवाओं से कि स्वामी विवेकानंद के जो है आदर्श एवं मूल्यों को अपनाते हुए और देश को एक नई दिशा प्रदान करे। और मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं अपने इन मेहमानों को कि इन्होंने बहुमूल्य समय निकालकर आज इस महत्वपूर्ण पावन दिवस के अवसर पर राष्ट्र के लिए अपना समय दिया है। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
डॉक्टर विजय कुमार शाह जी को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, आपको देखकर इतनी खुशी हो रही है, आप स्वस्थ हैं
हाँ
आशा
जी,
करता हूँ।
हाँ जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। डॉक्टर एजाज अहमद को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। काफी दिनों बाद हम लोग मिल रहे हैं। लास्ट 12 जनवरी 2020 को रांची में स्वामी विवेकानंद जन्मदिन के उपलक्ष्य में जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई थी उसमें आपसे मुलाकात हुई थी और आज फिर से मुलाकात हो रही है डॉक्टर एजाज अहमद से। आप पहले से ज्यादा स्वस्थ महसूस हो रहे हैं और आपका ओजस्वीपूर्ण भाषण हम लोगों के लिए बहुत प्रेरणादायक रहेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर एजाज अहमद साहब। धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद। Over to Preeti, please.
All right, that's all for today. We have a token of appreciation for all the participants. It is in a form of certificate. We appreciate all our speakers for their time and their effort and sharing their valuable knowledge to all the participants. This is awarded to Dr. Azaz Ahmed, Dr. Suresh Prasad Singh, Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, we also have certificate for Vivekananda Chakraborty and Venerable Buddhananda Bhikkhu, but due to some problem, I'm not able to load it over here. All right. I would like to end this program by thanking all these speakers for sharing their knowledge and experience with our participants, and also all the participants for. I wish a very happy and healthy life to you and your family. Stay home, stay safe. I will link in the chat box. If you all can check.
আরো বেড়ে গেছে 85। Now we are coming to the conclusion of the program. I would like to request Venerable say a few words on this occasion, and then we will conclude the program. Meanwhile, may I request Ms. Preeti Sharma to share the feedback form so that all the participants can get their e-certificate. However, the certificates of appreciation to all the speakers will be sent immediately after the conference through their emails. Thank you once again to all the speakers and all the participants. Thank you. And with these words, I invite once again Buddhanandaji to say a few words and to conclude the ceremony. Thank you.
I would request Mr. Prabhakar, Swami Prabhakar, to allow me to type the text in the chat box. Swami Prabhakar, can you hear me?
প্রথমে আজকে যে স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের 159তম জন্মদিনে যত সকল পার্টিসিপেন্ট অংশগ্রহণ করছে সবাইকে অন্তরস্থ থেকে আমার সন্ন্যাস জীবনের সমস্ত পুণ্যরাশি দান করছি। ওনারা সবাই নিরোগ দীর্ঘায়ু তথ্যসীবিত হোক। আমি শুধু একটা কথাই বলতে চাচ্ছি, সেটা হচ্ছে স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ সম্বন্ধে অনেক অনেক গুণী ব্যক্তি, অনেক আলোচনা করতে আমার খুবই ভালো লাগলো।
Can you all please check the chat box? I have shared a link. Just a second.
আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি শুধু এই জিনিসটাই, স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের এই কথাটাই আমরা যে উনি যে বাস্তব সত্যটা আমাদের সামনে তুলে ধরেছে। উনি বলছে জীবে প্রেম করছে যে সেইজন সেবিত ঈশ্বর। আমরা ভগবানকে সহজ ভগবানের পূজার জন্য কিন্তু প্রত্যেকের মধ্যে ভগবান জাগ্রত হচ্ছে, সেই ভগবানের প্রকৃত স্বরূপটা যেন জাগ্রত করতে পারে, কিন্তু আমরা পারি না কেন? আমাদের দুর্বলতার কারণে। উনি সেই জন্য প্রথমত আত্মশক্তিতে জাগ্রত মানুষ হচ্ছে যথার্থ মানুষ। আমরা পারতেছি না কেন? একমাত্র পারা না করানো তো সাহসিকতাই ধর্ম। দুর্বলতা হচ্ছে পাপ। এই পাপের কারণে, একটা পাপের কারণে আমরা 10টা পাপ করতেছি। এই দুর্বলতার কারণে আমাদের প্রকৃতির যে স্বরূপ, আমার যে মানুষ, সেটা প্রকাশ করতে পারছি না। যেমন শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ মতে মান আর হোঁশ, মানুষ তাকে বলে মানুষ। আমাদের মান আছে এবং হোঁশ মানে চৈতন্য, সেটাকে বিবেকটাকে জাগ্রত করতে পারছি না বলে সেদিন। আজকে বিবেকানন্দ শুধু একটা কথাই আমার ওই জিনিসটা কাজে লাগছে, সেটা হচ্ছে যে অভিহত্য হচ্ছে যে ভয় শূন্য হও, নির্ভীক হও, তাহলে তোমার আসল স্বরূপ প্রকাশ করতে পারবে। তাই আমি আর বিশেষ কিছু বলবো না, শুধু বিবেকানন্দ শুধু এই জিনিসটাই আমি সবার কাছে দিতে চাচ্ছি, সাহসিকতাই ধর্ম, দুর্বলতা পাপ। আমরা দুর্বলতা পরিত্যাগ করব সাহসিকতার মাধ্যমে। মানব সেবায় প্রত্যেককে মানবকে আমরা ঈশ্বরের দৃষ্টি যেন দেখি। ঈশ্বর যেমন আমাদের সৃষ্টি করতে, প্রত্যেকের ছোট বড় সবাই, সেটাই বই করতেছি। আমি আবারও আমার যে আজকে বলার জন্য সুযোগটা করে দিয়েছে শ্রদ্ধেয় স্যার ডক্টর সুরেশ কুমার আগরওয়ালকে আমার অন্তরের অন্তঃস্থল থেকে পুণ্যরাশি দান করতেছি। এই পুণ্যের সঙ্গে উনি উত্তরজীবিত হোক, ওনার নিরোগ এবং দীর্ঘায়ু হোক, ওনার যেন ভগবান সকল মনোবাসনা পূর্ণ করে আমার এই পুণ্যরাশি পাবো, উনি যেন নির্বাণ বা মুক্তি লাভ করতে পারেন, সেগুলোকে সকল পুণ্যরাশি দান করতেছি। সাব্যে সত্তা সুখিতা ভবন্ত, জগতের সকল প্রাণী সুখী হোক।
Thank you, Buddhanandaji. Now we will conclude the program. Thank you all once again. The feedback link has been shared in the chat box. Please do the needful and get your certificate instantly right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for very informative session.
Thank you, everyone. Please make sure to fill all your details properly in the feedback link to get your certificates correctly.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Ong. Dr. Ong? Please,